All right, now to our top story. The Norfolk Fire Department says they are definitely looking for an arsonist or maybe more than one, and they say it's possible that they're looking at a case of a serial arsonist after several fires at the Rotunda. It's a condominium building in downtown Norfolk, that round building right as you enter MacArthur Center.
Now they're trying to figure out who intentionally set 5 fires in the building in the course of a week, 2 happening on Wednesday night alone.
10 on your side's Liz Palka is live outside the Rotunda, and we understand word of that other fire on Wednesday is kind of new, but, you know, strategically held back from the media.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Carrie and Don, and that's because they needed to keep that information to themselves at that moment as they were interviewing residents or people that could have possibly been in the building. But a big part of this investigation is the security of this building. The investigators are taking a look at the security access pads that are outside of each door that leads into the building. That's if residents don't have a key, they can type in a code and get into the building. According to Battalion Chief Harry Worley, those codes have quite possibly not been changed in the last 4 years, and that's become a big part of this investigation, but just one of the many parts. Friday morning, caution tape circles the Rotunda building. The front doors are chained, and a notice on the door says no one is allowed in.
Fire chief has closed the building to occupancy until further notice.
5 fires in 1 week, 3 happening on Wednesday. The Norfolk Fire Department says it could be the work of a serial arsonist or more than one arsonist.
Most of the fires were relatively small. The ones that were larger, the sprinkler system did exactly what it was supposed to do.
One of the issues investigators are exploring is the security of the building located on St. Paul's Boulevard. Battalion Chief Harry Worley says the access pad codes to get into the building possibly have not been changed in years.
When we met with the residents, whatever night it was, a couple nights ago, that was brought up. That's something that needs to be done. To change the codes, they've been in there for about 4 years.
4 years ago is about the time when the Select Group began managing the Rotunda. It's Worley's understanding the codes were not changed after the first few fires in the last week. Other than the 3 fires Wednesday, there was a fire on January 31st and the 25th. Worley said residents will not return to the building until a security plan is in place.
I think what the fire chief and the building officials are looking for is a security plan that has been devised by folks that specialize in that.
Residents were allowed back in the Rotunda last night just for 15 minutes each. They could go in between the hours of 5 and 8 o'clock, but they had to have a police escort, and it was really just enough time for them to gather a few belongings. But we won't know about them going back into their building permanently again until that security plan is in place. We're live in Norfolk. Liz Palka, 10 on your side.